It is Quantum Burst and it is June 23rd. And we've been checking in with Nancy about her beautiful hair. And I've been saying, if you feel like yanking that thing off anytime between the next hour or the next 6 months or however long, it won't bother us a bit. So if she suddenly becomes, there's a better word than skinhead. Yeah. So, oh, congratulations on that house sale. I mean, were you like stoked, excited, stunned, freaked out?
We're considering we had an offer the day after it was on MLS, you know, visiting the day before it was on MLS.
Yeah.
And contract agreements all resolved last night, so it's a week's time.
Well, when the time's right.
Well, it's just, in fact, it was going so fast that, some of your stuff comes up and goes, okay. How come nobody else is looking at the house? That's what I asked my broker. She said, people are viewing it. It's been a week. They haven't. I go, well, do you think there would be others looking? Because this can happen so fast. But when you find out their story, that they had been looking in this neighborhood. His brother and family moved across the street from us about 3 months ago.
Oh,
They have been wanting to live closer and have family closer together. Our neighbor told us that they had a deal fall through on Friday. So when our sign went in the yard on Saturday afternoon, she put it up there because we had it all staged, but we had pictures taken on Friday. And I just saw them on Saturday. We got the write-up, but they saw the sign and called that realtor and said, you need to get my brother over here to look at this. And they came in. The words were they loved it, which, okay. They didn't have to love it, they loved it, the location, everything, and took the next day to make an offer. We countered, it wasn't quite what we needed, and I think we came to a win-win for both of us. We had a price to sell. We didn't try to go that extra amount over. There was that debate, do you try to get that little bit more? We went, no, let's price it to sell. And their option period ended yesterday. They had an inspection. Things in the inspection were what I expected, so they're doable. And now there's still title and appraisals to happen,
but you're right on track. I mean, there should be no surprises there. Should be.
I think we're within the
It
appraisal.
sounds so divinely inspired.
Yes.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
And we were working it through with our realtor yesterday night, and neither one of us had sleep the night before. We got up at like 2:30, 3:30. So we were tired. And these negotiations always happen on the days that we have no sleep, which is interesting. So we were working with the realtor, and I said, I'm looking at the numbers you're sending me, and all I'm saying is the bottom line, by the time you do all the stuff you do, is not where I had said it needed to be. We're not there. And there is no wiggle room to negotiate with these people for anything for inspection. We're below. Well, they went back and reconfigured the numbers and came back, and now we're just a touch higher. They had the taxes wrong.
Use their own tax basis.
Wrong tax base, whatever they did. And it's just a touch higher than what my bottom was. But all day long, I'm just gonna say, it was like, I just need to trust this. I need to believe it's okay that even though it feels too good to be true and it's so fast, things like this happen.
Well, you've spent the last 6 years practicing miraculous outcomes. Why would you be
Thank
surprised?
you. Thank you.
You have to go back and you look at the work you've been putting out into the universe, and I go, oh, ugh. But it's been a real interesting walk to remember and slide back into that. So
Yeah.
thank you for asking. A 45-day close, so the end of July, and
Was that by your request or theirs?
hours.
We asked for 45, and they would have done a 30-day. This gives us the middle of July to already get moved to our other place, then have an estate sale and the final clean week. And we're just gonna go ahead and commit to the new place and, you know,
I mean, there's no reason not to at this stage.
you know. So, and Steve doesn't remember what the place looks like at all, so we're gonna go visit it on Saturday, so.
Oh, good.
He can
Good. And now, well, now it's a whole another level of real, where,
Mhm.
even a month ago, or whenever you looked at it, it's like theory, right? And now it's like, oh, wait, we're moving in
Yeah.
here.
And the gal in the office is so good. She's a realtor too, but she's so good. She goes, in your mind, the longer you're away from it, it will shrink in size. And you'll go, I am never gonna fit in here. And then you're gonna come back and you're gonna look at it and you're gonna go, oh yeah. She said, it happens all the time. This is why we like it. So we said we may move with a bed, 2 end tables, 2 nightstands, 2 recliners that we may or may not keep, a china hutch, clothes. We're not gonna buy stuff ahead of time until we know what it feels like.
What fits,
And
yeah.
we're leaving most of the stuff here,
Yeah,
so, to be sold.
yeah. Good for
So-
you. Yeah, and you got your recliners, bring your, a few pots and pans and your favorite wine glass and oh, you don't drink wine anymore. Well, you'll have to have it for me,
Yeah,
so.
we still have to take it. We will have it on hand.
Yeah, look
Thanks for listening. That was the story.
And I'm glad to hear that there's an estate sale in the future, so that's cool. So you're going to try to move in then by like mid-July?
at that. Yeah, that's the
Which
plan.
which all of a sudden is like a couple weeks.
I know.
Yeah, the guy's coming tomorrow and I already told him what dates I wanted and we're tracking.
Good for you. My gosh.
They either sell it and we get some money out of it or they, whatever, or the end of it is if nobody wants it, it gets donated. Well, that's fine. I would have done that anyway and they do it.
And they do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
They do it. That's what we've said ever since we moved in here. There's tons of estate sales here and we like to go to them. But ever since we said, if we ever leave, we're just doing an estate sale. We're
Yeah.
not taking all this stuff.
Yeah.
But then we
Well-
say that and I'm like, oh, but I like that. Oh, but what about the
Yeah. As long as you're not over here the day of the state sale, buy it all back from yourself.
Exactly. But moving into your new place with very little will be so freeing. Then you can put exactly what you want.
And the gals that came, my realtor and a friend that Donna came in, and they staged the place.
Yeah.
And they asked me, and I was having a low energy day, and they said, and I know I'm taking up a lot of time here, but I said, I'm not here today. I'm just energetically not here. And they said, that's what we want. You go lay down.
Yeah, get out of here and get out of our
And
way.
they said, we're gonna move things around so many times that don't come out in the middle of it. And every once in a while I text them, "Can come out with water? We'll bring you water, And they had it one way and we flipped it in different but when they got done, now is it very depersonalized? It everything Steve said, it doesn't have us in it.
No.
It has the bones of us with the furniture and art, but it's empty though.
Which is the definition of staging.
Yeah, I mean, we emptied bedrooms that, she said, seriously, one empty, they could use their imagination, that's a new thing. And I go, okay, and and it's spacious, and it was ready. I can't even tell you the people that helped us get the yard and the stuff ready. We could not have done this on our own. We had a team of friends and a team of paid helpers, so anyway.
And I have a really random thought that may not even be anywhere close to true, but thank God you got sick because otherwise you'd have tried to do it by yourself.
Yeah,
Seriously, and been crazier than Crazy or the
The
now.
spirit just is like, no, you're going down, girl. You're going to go take a nap. Let your friends help.
And you know, we have organizers that come in and sometimes I wasn't clear on what we're gonna get done. But I stated it and they were clear. They know how to do it. And we're we're not completely packed, but we're damn close to being packed too, so.
So Nancy said, we're almost to the state where we can say, okay, all this other stuff you did was organized as well packaged, as, secure. Now I'm just gonna get a box and rake it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. But anyway.
So when do you know when you get access? When you get your keys to your new place?
Yeah, we decided we're going to start it on the 15th. Oh, wait a minute, I think.
Well, that weekend one, or maybe earlier at the time.
If somebody's saying earlier now, we'll see. Just my friend Joni from Florida is coming.
That's right.
She was
Oh,
coming to
good.
surprise me on my birthday. And Steve and she and my daughter were collaborating stuff, but Steve got in and said, I don't think you ought to surprise her. I'm not good with that right now, you know. So she called and told me, and she's coming on a Saturday and leaving on that Tuesday. So she could be packing for me.
Or unpacking, as the case may be, maybe both.
Yeah,
Yeah. So anyway, we want more time to kind of get stuff, get help to get little stuff over there before a truck comes. And then we'll know, you know. Anyway, thank you.
Yeah,
Big changes, yeah.
it's exciting. How about you, Steve? Anything else you want to add? And how are you feeling these days? And
oh, boy. Well, even keel is my motto, you know, just keep it even keel. Don't go too over the top or too angsty, just keep it even keel. And it's been pretty successful doing that. We had a few episodes where our energies have gotten kind of jagged based on, expectations of timing and only learn. And we had notification that the brokers were gonna talk on such and such a day, and we didn't hear back from them immediately. So, you know, darling, what's that? Is that a problem? It's been a week. Relax, take a breath. So, it's been, my job, if you will, to focus on that, just to stay even keel. And, for the most part, doing a pretty good job at it.
boy, it's like all of it. Even though you've been talking about making a move like this, it feels so whirlwind in the last, I don't even know how many months, few months, but just
But by comparison to being here 26 years,
yeah,
wow,
yeah, yeah.
we haven't
Awesome.
been in for that long. As together or apart, different couples.
Yeah.
Place-
Well, it looks like from the outside that you were both navigating it with incredible grace and lots of the miraculous. So good job.
You know, I watch your, I know I'm interrupting, but I watch your videos and it's like, and they're very helpful, even though I'm not going beyond the video, is that we're in the midst, and in the midst, you have this myriad of experience feelings,
Mhm.
but it doesn't mean that you're still not, uh, without over orchestrating them, that they're not moving as they should. You're just in it. You just experience it all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, amazing. All right, anything else from the two of you?
Good.
Steve, you're still working? You still got a couple more months?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still that September date?
Still targeting whatever the first work day after September 21st is.
Okay. Okay. Very good. All right. Next. What other whirlwinds have we been in this this last couple of weeks? Linda, you're unmuted.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Certainly feels like I've been in a whirlwind, but there hasn't really been that much going on. um, I'm, going from job to job. I've been at this house for, well, this is my ninth night, and I leave tomorrow morning. So part of the whirlwind is packing up again, and and I'm in the midst of sorting. So I'm trying to prepare. I only have one, so I have this job ends 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then I have one night, which I just went made a reservation at Motel 6 because it's only going to be sleep and then leave again. Um, and um, and then I start another job for 5 nights, and then I have a night off or a night back motel probably, and then but then from June 30th through I think it's like the 24th, I'm at one house for
Mm,
that whole span.
nice.
So I'm really looking forward to that time to just settle in. It's a house that I've been to for, I think it's the one with the two Pomeranians and the two cats and all of the feral cat and all the fox and possums and stuff outside that I feed and the birds, So we were trying to figure out a rate because she agreed that that was added a whole lot of extra work. So so anyway, I've been there since I think 2019. So I'm very
You're freezing. She's frozen. All right, well, Kate, why don't you jump in and then when she pops in, we'll let her finish after you.
Let's see. I've been having a little bit of an emotional roller coaster, and I'm trying to choose not to go on it. Just, just family stuff. I wish people could just get along, but they just don't. So, at this point, I don't think any of my sisters are really speaking to me. My little brother and my big brother are, so there you go. My one sister, who, I mean, she struggles. She's got bipolar and probably everything else you can think of. And her daughter finally decided that she was not going to allow her to babysit her baby alone anymore. And she decided that, or she had talked with her the Sunday after she had visited me on Saturday. So, of course, now everyone thinks I convinced Stephanie to do this. Of course, we didn't even talk about it. Stephanie's a grown woman. She can make her own decisions. I support the girls that aren't, her other daughter's not speaking to her either. I support them because I'm not going to take sides and not support one or the other. But I would never try to convince Stephanie to do something. I don't think it's a bad decision. I think it's probably a good decision, but I would not have tried to convince her of that. So then my other sisters, like with saying that, well, we hope Beth survives this, and like I did. Anyway, it's just a whole big mess. So I just trying to not have it. I'm trying to shake it off. This afternoon, I almost took a nap because I was just so tired of the bleh. But then I thought, well, is that running away from it? So instead, I tried to get some stuff done, but I didn't really get anything done because I was just kind of spinning my wheels. So it's just been kind of a tough day. Um, this too shall pass. I was glad we were getting together tonight. If there's a message for me in here, I'm happy to take it. Um, I don't like when this stuff happens. I don't know who does,
Hmm.
but yeah, exactly. but it's so good that I don't feel the need to go in and defend myself. If that's what they believe, that's what they believe. That's what they want to believe. That's what they want to believe. And I just don't know why everything is supposed to be black and white, because it's not. In my experience, in my vision, it's not. But Beth was getting so obsessed with this little baby that all of a sudden, like she was going to move to be closer to her. I mean, when something becomes the object of Beth's obsession, it chokes the life out of whatever it is, and they had to stop that. Well, they had to stop it once it started, and that's very painful for Beth. And Beth's had this pattern all of her life, and she has yet to even see her part in it, but that doesn't mean they leave Cabrini in the middle of it. So that's very painful for Stephanie, and it's very painful for Brittany, who stepped out of her mom's life at Christmas time. And there's just a lot of brokenness. So it was funny. My sister Sue put this glowing thing about my dad on Facebook this Father's Day, which she usually does. But I mean, glowing, and half of us didn't say a word. Because we have no glowing to share, and the other half were like, "Oh yes," and they just had a very different experience of the same person. And to me, the kindest thing is just to not say anything. I would never say anything. Though, when I put up a picture of something about Barack Obama, she very quickly wrote, ugh, all over it as her comment. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So, yeah, I'm just kind of standing back. I'm trying to stand back and not let the disharmony tear me apart. I don't like everybody having such disharmony. I hate it that we do. Um, I don't know anything I can or should do about it. And I don't go rescue anymore. I quit that a long time ago. So, yeah, I just don't like living in it, basically.
Yeah.
And then onward and upward. A day or two from now, my first communication this morning was from my sister Sue. That set my day off at a funny tone. A couple days from now, it'll kind of be more water under the bridge. I just have to kind of let it move further downstream.
Mhm.
Keep going. So I'm sitting here letting it go further downstream. That's a thing. It's not far enough yet. It's still splashing me a little bit,
Mhm.
but it'll go.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Kate. And Linda, you froze, so you want to finish? We're glad you got back in.
Yeah, it's frustrating because this house, people that live here work here, so I'm really surprised. It's the first time I've been here where there's been so much. Yesterday I was on a call with my family and I kept freezing and had to get out and come back in. So anyway, just put the light around, get this clear. Um, so anyway, so I was just talking about my schedule and that I'm going to this house that I like for a month and almost a month, and that'll be really great. And the rest of it is still I feel like I've been feeling like overwhelmed with all the stuff I have to do and being here. I just feel like I'm treading water. It's like I'm not doing anything. I'm just sort of holding in everything that's going on around. And I'm just hanging in there. So um and that's what I'm just hanging in there. And when I get to another house where I'm more stable, then I'm hoping to be able to take chunks of time to go do things that I need to do to get ready to let go of more stuff and that part of my job, that part of my agendas. So that's most of what I got.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll zing up. I used to, when my internet was so bad, I put it in my Healy.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it helped, but it gave me a little something to do when it was not working. Uh, all right. I think I feel like I feel like I've come through and sort of stabilized and kind of like that was, 6 or 8 weeks of just like turbulence. And now it's like, oh, I'm back. And we've been here over 2 months already. And up until yesterday, up until Sunday, we had only seen Rachel once, which is bizarre. And now she was here all day Sunday and helped us build a gazebo on our deck. Took them, took 3 of them 8 hours.
Mm.
Ooh. Anyway, she's back again today. So she's got her three plus another kid with them, and they're up at the beach, but they didn't get here until like 3:30. I'm like, I can't go to the beach. I thought you were coming at 1. So they're at the beach. I just said to Rob right before we started this, I said, well, this is actually a pretty nice way to have company. Come on in, go away. Come on in, go, go, go. But it ended up creating this spaciousness in this day that I thought was going to be jam-packed. So it's like just keep being a little bit surprising. But yeah. And I also got back I was in Fort Worth last weekend. Not yesterday, but and when I got back from that, I thought, okay, now I can land here. I mean, 2 months, but that's what it felt like. So, and I'm sure I'm doing a little projecting on all the whirlwind that Steve and Nancy are in around that because it had just been, I mean, different stuff, but yeah. Yeah. So, um, I'm, uh, I'm creating a summer program called the Ease Experiment. And you'll be hearing about that soon. And so I've been working on that today, and I'm trying to create a new website. And just some tech stuff that had been sort of looming. It's like I've got to take care of. I'm not done, but making progress on that kind of stuff. So that feels good. And just really noticing the places. I woke up this morning with like this whole sense of urgency again. I'm like, I haven't felt that for a long time. What is that? So then it all just evolved into all this other stuff. I'm like, wow, isn't that curious? Um, so just finding space. And in the global group this morning, we were talking about talking about weird things going on, Solera and then her husband Centauri's not always on the call, but he was on today. And we were like, she's like mid-sentence, and they both disappeared. Like they just disappeared. Well, the electricity went off in Glastonbury.
Wow.
And so somebody had a phone number and got a text or something. So we just carried on.
Mhm.
But it was very interesting. We were talking about well, the thing I took away from it is this, and we've talked about it in different levels and different layers before, but this ability to um, like be here, 3D reality, I'm feeling urgency, there's too much going on, I'm overwhelmed, I'm taking on, carrying too much, handling too much, trying to navigate everybody else, the stuff I've been talking about. And then right here is like, oh, it's a totally different place. So it used to take a long time to make that leap. But we were just playing today and just like, oh, there I am. Oh, there it is. And it kind of got there by somebody saying, I can't, it was Colin. I can't remember what he said leading up to it, but it was like recognizing. I mean, a lot of this, it's like the same language we've been saying for a long time, like recognizing, like, oh, I'm feeling whatever, XYZ. I'm feeling this right now. It's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Do I want to stay here? Yes. Okay. No. Oh, I'm back. I mean, just like that. Now, I just came through 6 weeks, so I couldn't get back. So I remember that too. But today it's like, oh, there it is. It's right there. And I think that ties into what we've been playing with here too. Just like, oh, there it is. oh, it's already done. The other thing we were playing with is sort of the future. It was like remembering the future that hasn't been created yet. Like that'll mess with your head a little bit, but then having that future be right now. So playing with all that brought back lots of memory of, oh yeah, I can't wait until Rachel gets this figured out. I can't wait to see how Tyler works that one out. I can't wait to see how they get through this. I can't wait to see. And then just seeing ourselves on the other side of whatever this is, like in a year's time or in 3 years to, but like not like letting that be right now. So anyway, I feel like I'm rambling around that a little bit, but um, just playing in this, it's almost alter reality things, because our 3D reality is so flippin' bizarre on so many levels. But what if that's only one choice? And there's another one. So if we were living, not just knowing, all is well, it is done, if we are experiencing and making note and speaking out loud all of the miraculous outcomes we keep experiencing, like Steve and Nancy's whole story, right? All of that. And then naming it, it's like, oh, yeah, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Would that change how we're living in the present? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. So all is well, it is done because we constantly quantum leap or micro nano shift, right? In the miraculous. So, is there anything else that you want to sort of name into our processing for tonight, or is that it? Is that enough?
No small feat there, I would say.
Right? Because it's miraculous.
I mean, it's recognizing it. That was it. It was flowing around, but it was taking that moment that right here to go, oh, that's why this is unfolding this way, instead of some of my old thinking coming in, doubting, so it's like, yeah, yeah. And thanks for the reminder that we, miraculous thing, outcome is for us as well as all of this global work that we do in our communities. It's, yeah.
All right, well, let's run our gems for fun. I keep thinking we're going to get a brand new one again, and we haven't for a while. So, I mean, I understand there's 74 in here. I think it's so curious we get the same dozen we have for years, but seems to work. All right, all is well. Oh yeah, it is done. We watched sidebar. We watched the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel again. It came out in like somewhere around 11 because we're doing a movie series at Fort Worth, and that's the movie I'm talking about on Sunday. So I had to see it again so I knew what to talk about. And it's so good. It's so
Great.
good. Yeah. All right. I can tell you why, but I haven't written the talk yet. So. But everything will be all right in the end, right? That line. And if it's not all right, don't worry. It's not yet the end. And I just love that. The first time I ever heard it, I've said it probably every single week since then. at some level. So all is well. It is done because we don't even know how often we quantum leap ourselves or quantum burst ourselves in the miraculous. Oh, funny. I did all Healy programs instead of the gems. I'm gonna go back and do the gems, but bioenergetic defense programs, Healy stimulation, Healy well-being, Healy meridians, and Healy deep, if you care. But we like the gems. So let's try it again. Here we go. Okay. All right. First one is Jadeite Jade, a vibration of peace, balance, and timeless simplicity. Helps us stay centered in the moment with an awareness and acceptance of our true essence. Next one is Brazilian Quartz, the essence of cleansing white light, energizes and synchronizes the auric field, the subtle bodies, and the physical body to the Earth's natural vibration. Next one is Emerald, a universal heart cleanser and balancer, energies of the Divine Mother and the Divine Feminine. Gently coaxes the heart to open to allow a greater experience of love in the physical body. Next one is it's Scepter, 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 Amethyst. Opens and prepares the seventh chakra to receive energy from the higher chakras, helps us activate our highest potential through the embodiment of a new core of spiritual identity, authority, and leadership. And the last one is green jasper. That feels new. Reconnects body rhythms with earthly rhythms when there has been a disruption to the natural flow, helps us connect to the wild feminine, restores earthly sensuality and healthy sexuality. Comments or insights? All right, let's go ahead and run it then. Six minutes. Feeling into the future as the presence. We've already worked through all of the present issues, the family, the health, the logistics, the finances, all of it. All is well. Here we go. Take a deep breath in. Notice what you noticed. And how was that?
I'll go ahead and start. So, for me, I was actually been down pretty deep, and probably napped the last half of it, which my watch should tell me here momentarily. But before that, it was really weird because I was, I don't really think of country western as spiritual oriented music, but I was hearing Boot Scootin' Boogie, and I've never, had that in my awareness as a song, but it was going to the whole rigmarole and the full bar and blow, whatever. So it was just about having more fun, more fun to do.
I love that. Yeah, that's not the song that makes me think of Steve.
Right.
I mean, up until now, I mean, you might have country western dance classes at your new.
Oh boy, yeah.
Funny.
So,
Okay.
For me, I needed that. What I felt, and I've been in with the last phrases talking about the wild feminine, and I don't. And I went into it thinking, hey, I need me some wild. I just need me some wild. I just been altered, But what I immediately went to was the need to come home within myself. I'm so busy with home here, home yet to be. And I thought, okay. Because I say I don't truly have a connection with this health diagnosis. I'm not sure what that is, but I don't know how. I go through the steps, but I don't know how it fits. Because it doesn't in my mind fit. So I came in and I think I could feel it getting centered. I could go there, but I felt a layer of, I don't even know what to call it, because first I thought, oh, it's resistance. And it could be, but it was no. It was unfamiliarity. I didn't know how to relate to whatever was trying to speak. And that, that wasn't a bad thing. It's just it's almost like it was saying, oh, we thought you'd never come.
Mm.
to, to be here.
Mm.
And it's like, it has no words, it's just amorphous and kind of a, which is kind of how they share the diagnosis. It's, so it was about, that. I can't say it any better.
Sounds like you'll get to sit with that for a while, huh?
Yeah,
Work with it, yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Mhm.
Well, I'm not sure what, I made some notes. I'm not sure. So basically, I was in that thing about the being in, being aware of the thoughts that stop me. And so when you said the thing about, being on the other side and what would be coming up and or remembering the future. So, and being, what's going on then. And the words that came to me is be brave, be brave. And it has to do with my doing, because I spend a lot of time just in these kind of whirlwinds of fluttering ideas and things and what I should be doing, what I could be doing, another way to do it, call somebody for help and then not calling, so it's the thing about following up and getting into the doing of all these thoughts. And so my next note was do. It means follow through, don't run away. It feels like I'm running away. And then asking, so what, reminding myself that comes from being confident, self-confidence, and being empowered, and then the words calm, collected, and confident.
Mm.
That's where I went.
Nice.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. I was kind of in and out and around, and I have a little kitty here that's not doing very well that keeps wanting my attention and um coming up, and we're not sure what's going on with her, are we? But yeah, I was kind of all over the place. A couple just weird random thoughts. One was my book club recently read this book about Gander, Newfoundland, and that's the place where a whole bunch of airplanes had to land during 911 because they wouldn't let them come back to the United States. And I mean, like a ton. And this little tiny community, like everybody was bringing their towels out of their cupboards and they're giving all their own stuff for these thousands and thousands of people that were suddenly in Gander, Newfoundland. And it's just really quite an inspiring and interesting book to read. There are several books on it and there are several movies, but this one was really good. I'd seen a movie recently and it wasn't near as good, of course, as the book. But one of the many things that I, as I was reading, I'm like, really? 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 And it just kind of reminded me of life. But um, now I never thought about this. I used to think that air traffic controllers would be like in New York and then they would send the plane off, and then it would miraculously follow this line it was supposed to go on, and then would land in England somewhere. And they're straight line, follow your path. Well, it turns out in Gander, there's a whole shitload of air traffic controllers that sit there and watch that over the ocean space to make sure that nobody hits each other. because there's all these airplanes. Now, I never thought about that. I don't know why I thought they would just leave from point A to point B and they'd just go do that. But somebody needs to be watching, I guess, to make sure that the altitudes are right because they change depending upon weather and stuff. So these guys in Gander, that's what they do. It made me feel kind of interested to know that someone was out there doing that. I don't know. I mean, I just really, it never entered my mind. There were several things in that book that never entered my mind. Like just little things like they're feeding all these people, and all of a sudden somebody went, "Why are those 8 people not eating?" Because they were kosher Jewish people.
Mm.
They couldn't eat any of the food. Also, all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my God, we got to get some," just all these little things were just really interesting in this book. So I was sitting there, for some reason, I was thinking about the airspace. Maybe I feel like I'm in the airspace. I don't know. The other thing that kind of floated through was, last week I was dealing with that whole convent issue and the trauma water thing and everything. And I was thinking today, when it just felt like all these little connections were at this time falling apart. And I was thinking about when I left the convent, and I had 2 weeks to find a job, a car, and a place to live. And at the end of 2 weeks, I walked out the front door, got in my car, went to my last day of convent work, drove to my new place so that I could start my new job on Monday.
No.
You know, um, that's like impossible, I mean, it really is. It's just impossible. So, but I had that, so a little bit of the feeling I'm having today is a little bit of that unsettledness that I had then. Not nearly to the degree, but I thought maybe I'm revisiting that for a new level of wisdom or a viewpoint or something. I don't know. Anyway, just lots of little weird things, and that I'm flying across the ocean and somebody's watching to make sure I don't run into anybody. So that's a good thing
And maybe that's your job with
in
your
a nutshell.
family, right? From a high level. All right, we're pretty much, we got 3 minutes here, but for me, I just felt this kaleidoscope thing, like the sort of like the turn of the kaleidoscope in our perception pieces, pulling the future present and all of that interesting, all of that interesting thing. But here's what I would like to do in our last 3 minutes. I want to do another 37 seconds, and then I would just want to pop just a word or two to wrap it up. But I also want to ask you, next week is the fifth Tuesday. And would you like to meet next Tuesday? And I can send that in a text and you can answer that way, but I'll send it in a text and you can answer that way because we could if you wanted to, and we don't need to if you don't want to. So anyway, let's do 37 seconds because Steve's got to go to pickleball, and that is priority. So wherever we were, whatever's coming through, we'll top it off. And here we go. Hmm. All right, take a breath. Open your eyes and just your final thought, what came, however.
Me, it was just a piece of wood and seeing all the various grains in there. And realizing they took all those different kinds of grains, lighter, darker, softer, harder, to make the whole. I'll work with that for a while, I'm sure.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
I think Kate triggered this. I heard come home and nurture.
Mm-hmm.
Just settle.
Mm.
I had another little paragraph before, but I can't remember the word, last word, but the main thing was about loving it all, loving it all.
And I had this very visceral sense of whatever grandmother spirit just coming down with this kiss on the top of our heads. God, I just love you so much. Like spirit saying that to us, to me, but to us. It was very sweet. You might have heard me chuckle. All right, I will text. I will send the screenshots and then I'll text and we can check in via text about next week. And if we don't see you then, reach out, stay in touch, and all is well. Ha, thank God we've gotten through this one, right?
Yeah.
All right, love you guys.
Love you.
Love
Bye.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.